palette number 4 in my series I'm doing here using the 17 unused palettes for my collection. And it is the Colourpop Bambi Flower palette. So it is these beautiful purpley shades. You may see a theme happening here with the shirt I decided to wear. I'm struggling a little bit because I'm going to my nephew's football game tonight, and it's like kind of windy and stuff. And I was like, oh, I don't want to mess with bangs, so I decided to pin my bangs back. And I see people do where like they just have a little bit of volume right here and then their hair's pulled up and it looks so cute. I feel like every single time I put any kind of volume in my hair right here when my hair's pulled up, I look like an old lady. So I don't know. We'll see once my eye makeup's on what I feel like. And when I look back at it, like when I'm editing after. Otherwise, I might just completely redo my hair because I don't know. All right, so that was a little side note. But so yes, I am getting ready to go to my nephew's football game tonight. Last night was my son's football game. His was away. This one is home. That's where I'm going. So we're just going to get right into this. And we're going to go into this pretty flower right here, this lighter purple. My husband works for the school, so he actually tonight is working the football game. So I had plans already today to go visit my grandma, and we were waiting to hear on what the situation was going to be for today for timing and whatever. So once we knew yesterday, I let my grandma know that I would be coming more like in the evening at dinner time instead of lunch, because my husband will be home at like 3 something, a little after 3 when school gets out, but then I have to take him back up there at 4. And well, I don't have to take him back up. He could have stayed, but then he'd have time in between. This way he can come home and eat something. And also that way we only have one vehicle up there because we live like 10 minutes from the school and my grandma lives right there. So I am just going to drop him off at the school at 4, and then I am going to go over to my grandma's, and I think Asher's going to my grandma's with me, and then he has to be up at the school a little earlier though, because even though he's not on varsity, JV suits up and stands on the sidelines for the varsity game, and so he will have to be up there for the game too, but not as early as my husband has to, because the game isn't even until 7. So that's kind of what we're doing. So I'm going to hang with my grams while Brian's up there getting stuff ready for the game, and then I will head up there to watch the game. So I was like, I'm feeling a little purple moment today. Let's do this. This was the next palette in a row. I will have all of those palettes linked down below. I am putting like done with little asterisks or whatever next to the ones I've already done. So if there's ones down there that you see that I've already done that you haven't seen the video but would like to see a look with them, you can check those out because those videos will be up already. And then otherwise on that list, if there's something that you would like to see me use first that I haven't used yet, let me know, because I'm kind of doing it in accordance to, like, I had some of them in a row already from what you guys told me, but yeah, I want to do the ones, you know, first that you guys want to see the most. So that's what we're doing here. And I mean, maybe if there's like one that I'm just dying to use for whatever situation, then, you know, I'll go a little out of order. But I don't think you guys mind, do you? Do you? I don't know. But yeah, last night's football game was hooey. It was rainy. Actually, it was only like 52. And it's like an hour and a half away, or no, not quite, an hour and 15 minutes probably from where we live. So it's a long drive, especially on the way home in the dark after you've been sitting out in the rain. But we were like bundled up. We have like a blanket thing that we sit on that has like, not waterproof, but like sort of. And then I had a blanket over my legs. We had umbrellas so you weren't getting wet, like that kind of thing. So it wasn't like horribly uncomfortable or anything. But yeah, it's not ideal. I prefer indoor sports. I'm very indoorsy. I love camping, but I don't want to be like, but when I'm camping, I have my, you know, travel trailer. And so if like the weather is yucky, I can be inside. So if it's too hot, I can be in there with the air. If it's too cold, I can be in there with the heat, and you know, that kind of thing. Or if it's raining, I can be inside reading a book, cuddled up. But yeah, I'm not super outdoorsy. Okay, now we're gonna go into Little Stinker. I actually used to have a cat named Stinker. She was so cute. when I had gotten her, and then about a year and a half or 2 years later moved out from my parents' house. Kids don't do that to your parents. I will not allow my kids to get animals because of that reason, because it always ends up happening when your kids are older and they get an animal and then they move out and they're like in an apartment or some situation where they can't have the animal, and then the parents get stuck with it. No, not doing it. My kids already know. They're like, Mom, what would you do though if we brought a dog home? Like, would you really take it back? I'm like, yeah, I would. Like, don't even try me because it's not happening. But yeah, so I had Stinker. She was such a cute cat. And she was like such a sweetheart of a cat too. She was a hunter. She was a fairly small cat, but that cat would catch everything. She would get rabbits bigger than her. She was like crazy. And of course they bring them to show you, you know, their little presents to you. But then my parents built their home that they live in now. So obviously they moved the animals out there. And she was out there and doing fine for a while, like loved being able to roam around. She was already an outside, like indoor-outdoor cat anyway. And then one day she just stopped showing up, and we were a little afraid of what might have happened to her. You know, of course, in our mind, we want to believe like, you know, somebody found her. She had a collar and stuff, but, and just, you know, decided they liked her so much they wanted to keep her. But let's be real. Unfortunately, there are a lot of huge hawks out there, and she would have been no match for one of those. So that's my mom's like, I'm so afraid that's what happened to her. It's like, just don't think about it. But yeah, so that's what little Stinker here makes me think of. The kick up in this is for real, let me tell you. It's like, I'll show you the next time I dip into it. It's going crazy, which I don't care. You just don't want to hold it over your clothes. And you want to tap your brush off before you try to bring it up to your eye, but no big deal. A lot of Colourpop shadows are like that, and I'm totally fine with it because I love their color payoff and the way they blend, so I don't really care if there's a lot of kick up in the pan. All right. Okay, so I'll show you. So I'll dip into it here. Can you see? Whoop. I don't know if you can quite tell, but like, see if you can see it come off my brush. I don't know if you could or not. I don't want to hold it over my clothes while I'm doing it, so yeah. But hair, my biggest struggle always is, what am I gonna do with my hair? Because this kind of weather, it cannot be down, because in the evenings there's a dampness in the air, and so as soon as it happens, all my curl falls out and my hair just gets, it's a frizzy, wavy, it's hideous and like scraggly looking, and so I have to pull it up, and I don't even know what to do with it. Like, it doesn't look good up either. It's so thin. I like just hardly have any stupid hair. And sometimes I add extensions into it and stuff, but I was like, I don't want to do that today. Actually last night I wore a winter hat because it was a lot colder last night than it's going to be tonight. And I had my hair like French braided over to the side, and you'll actually see it. It was in the video with my top fall palettes. If you haven't seen that, I'll link that up here because that will be up by the time you see this. It'll be up long before you see this actually. And I had put two, like a 3 weft and a 2 weft extension in the back of my hair into the braid, and I couldn't stop touching it all day because I was like, oh, it's so thick. Like, this is what real people's hair feels like. Ugh. And but I had the hat on so it would cover the wefts, because it's a little tricky with the braiding because my hair is so thin to try to hide the wefts in there. So, but with the hat on, it was fabulous. And I actually thought about today wearing just like a different kind of hat, because I obviously don't need a winter hat. Well, obviously I don't need a winter hat tonight. And so I thought about doing that, and then I was like, I just don't feel like messing with all that. Okay, I'm gonna go back into that Pretty Flower again, the lighter one, and just go along the top edge and kind of blend that. It's funny, there's not a very distinct difference in those two shades, I don't feel like. Like, they look like they would be in the pan, but on your eyes, you don't really see too much of a difference, which whatever, but just mentioning that. Okay, and then I'm going to go into this, oh gosh, I say that all the time, oh gosh, this light purple here. My nails, I did them last week and did them, you know, like a lovely fall theme, but they don't really go with a lot of things I'm noticing. So I'm like, next color I do this next week, colors, whatever, is going to be more versatile. Like, I still want it to be fall-like, but not quite so, you know, intensely fall. It matched my shirt though for the concert we went to perfectly. So that was kind of what made me decide on these colors to begin with. But aside from that shirt and a couple others that I've worn since then, it's not really not really an ideal color scheme. That's the beauty of doing your nails at home though, because you didn't pay somebody to do them and then feel that way, and you can change them out easy, so no big deal. This is a very pretty shimmer. I really, really like it. I do. This is a very monochromatic look, I must say, which is fine. I don't mind that sometimes. This is giving me fallout on my face, so probably shouldn't have done my face makeup first, but I'm going to be really honest with you. I don't care. Going to grandma's, going to a football game, whatever. Okay, so let me pack a little bit of that along the lash line. I feel like there's like a spot there that didn't get covered. All right, we were supposed to go to Cedar Point tomorrow, and of course, like I said, by the time you see this, it'll be long after that, obviously, but the weather's supposed to be really bad. Cedar Point is in Sandusky, Ohio, and it's an amusement park, and it's their Halloween weekends right now, so it's all like Halloween themed, and they have just a bunch of cool stuff. I'm not a big brides person. I used to be when I was younger, but not anymore. I'm going to take this So Shy and just do it like the inner third or something, just to give somewhat of a not so, what's the word? I just said the word. Monochromatic look. Like, just add a little bit of lightness there. Yeah, I used to love roller coasters and stuff. We used to go all the time. And then I had kids and something happened. Well, I have always gotten motion sickness, but mostly in like the car and stuff, or like when I'm watching certain things. Like a lot of times people's vlogs, I have a hard time watching because the movement of the camera makes me sick. It's so dumb. I can't watch people like play video games and stuff. I mean, it makes me so sick. And so that is part of the issue with it. But more so, I have like this just crazy anxiety about rides now, like roller coasters and big Ferris wheel, any of that kind of, not even just big ones. I would not go on a ride at a fair. You couldn't pay me. Like those things that they put up and tear down constantly. No, thank you. And I don't know if you've seen like even just this summer, there were like 2 different major things that happened with fair rides. No, thanks. And I'm like, with my kids, I'm like, do not go on those, which when they go to the fair, they don't either. I think they used to sometimes, but my oldest and middle son were going this past summer, and they're like, we're not getting on those things. But yeah, there's just something. I mean, Cedar Point's obviously a lot safer because it's a big place and they have to do like this constant maintenance and stuff, but there's something about it that I just don't enjoy anymore at all. But so my husband loves it, and so does my middle son. My oldest son does too. My youngest son, no, he's like me. This is just a clean brush that I'm just kind of blending that shimmer. And so usually my middle son actually goes with my husband, but he was like, hey, why don't we do like a special, just you and I go, and since it's Halloween weekends and there's like shows, like there's haunted houses and different stuff, like it might just be fun to go do that stuff. So we were supposed to do it, but then there's like 80% chance of thunderstorms all day long, so clearly not gonna do that. And okay, I'm gonna go into just that dark one again. So the only one I'm not using is this hibernating, which is a cute, like, I mean, I like it, and I could use it maybe at the outer corner a little bit if I wanted to, because usually you kind of lose the sparkle when you put it on your eye, but I'm not feeling like being quite that bold today. I always say I'm not going to do a dark look, and then it turns out super dark. Today, I'm not doing a dark look, and I'm telling the truth. But yeah, so we're gonna go do that next weekend, I think, which we have a concert on Friday, and then we're gonna drive down there on Saturday. It takes a few hours to get there, but then my husband's like, well, let's just get a hotel room for the night Saturday because we're gonna be tired from having the concert the night before and then being at that all day, because like the shows there go from like 8 to midnight or something, so it's a late night, and then we wouldn't get home till like 3 or 4 in the morning, and no thanks. So yeah, I think we're gonna get a hotel room and just make a like fun date weekend of going to the concert and going to Cedar Point, and it's gonna be awesome. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. We're gonna put that So Shy in the inner corner. It's gonna be a very simple look. I mean, the palette really lends itself to only simple looks. My stomach is making so much noise. I don't know if you guys could hear it. Probably not, because every time I think you guys are gonna be able to hear stuff, you never can. So, or at least I can't in editing. So maybe you guys can and I can't. I don't think so. But yeah, there's so many fun things going on right now. We still have one more concert scheduled after that one I was just talking about. We're going to see this next one that we're going to is Need to Breathe and Switchfoot, which we've seen them before together. Well, we've seen Switchfoot 1 or 2 times before that, and then Need to Breathe and Switchfoot, and then this is Need to Breathe and Switchfoot again. And then we have one more concert coming up that is with my middle son Riley. My husband and I and him are going. We're going over on the west side of the state, and I will be telling you guys all about it. I'll be showing you my outfit. I'm gonna go all out because you'll be surprised when you hear what the music is like. Okay, having a son that's a drummer kind of opens your world of music up a lot. I've always been like very like my parents, we listen to all different kinds of music. My favorite kinds of music are like, I like 70s music is my favorite. But like, you know, I listened to Jethro Tull growing up, and Stevie Ray Vaughan, and Boston is like one of my absolute favorites. I mean, these are all very different types of sounds if you know them. But like, I've always listened to a big variety of music, and the stuff that I listen to now because of him is like stuff I mean, it didn't even exist then, but it's just a whole different world of music. And strangely, like, I've gotten to like it, which is so funny because my oldest son was like, the one day he came home and I had it playing, and he's like, no way, Mom, you're seriously listening to this? And then when he found out I was going to the concert, because Riley totally wanted me to go, it's like, he's like, they just can't even believe that I like it. It's pretty funny. I don't think you will be able to believe either. I'll have to include a little snip, a little video down in that video that gives you a taste of what it is. There's many sides of me. But so I'm going all out with like my outfit and stuff, and I'm gonna do crazy makeup and big lashes, and just, it's gonna be such a fun night. And then the day after that is, so we'll be over on the west side of the state and we'll spend the night out there because it's gonna be a long, you know, I mean, a late night. And then we'll come home that next morning, and then we go to my sister's for her big Halloween party. So then you'll also be seeing a video with that, because I do that every year too, and show you what the theme is and what our outfits are and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be, there's a lot of really fun stuff coming up that I'm looking forward to. And so yeah, life is just really, really good. And yeah, there's some stuff going on with some family and stuff that's rough right now, but I know God is good, and he can use any situation for good. So I just trust in him for that, and it brings me peace, and so I don't have to be constantly worried about it. And yeah, so that's that. All right, I'm going to tight line with this in my upper lash line, and I don't like to do that on camera because I'm not like the kind of person who can keep my eye open and do it. My eye like closes and it rolls, my eyes roll around. It's not cute. And so I'm gonna do this off camera, but then we'll come back for the other liner because it's gonna be fun. Okay, so upper lash line is tight lined with this Essence pencil and Black Midnight Sky. And then I'm going to use, I have the Bambi collection. I've got some awesome liners. So They look like this. This one is Raindrops. Like that. Actually, let me swatch them because that'll help me decide what I want to use too. So that one looks like that. And then we've got Meadow. Now, I won this palette and these pencils from Christy Hosier in a big giveaway that she did on her channel. So I will link her channel down below so you can check her out. So that's Meadow right there. And then this one is Purdy. And like that. And it is Purdy. And I think it's the one I'm going to use. So, what should I do? Should I do the shimmery one? Or should I do... I feel like this one. You guys, I said I wasn't going to do dark though. And that will make the look really dark. Okay, fine, I'll do the shimmery one. Which will be very pretty too. That's Raindrops. So let's go ahead and I'm going to tight line with that. And get my mascara on. And yeah, we'll go from there. I'll put some lips on and show you the finished look. Okay, and here is the finished look. So again, I used that Raindrops in the waterline. It's very subtle, which is fine. Definitely this is an extremely monochromatic look. I'm always amazed though how much of a difference mascara makes. Like your look can be really boring or actually a little bit like weird, like you're not sure about it, and then you put mascara on and it like transforms it. Like mascara is magical. But yeah, and I've been using my Essence Lash Princess. When I first busted this out, which I actually won from Christy Hosier as well, it was like too wet and it was like making a mess everywhere. Since then it's dried down a little bit, or dried out a little bit, and it's been doing amazing. Like it doesn't transfer anywhere, and it's not waterproof, but I have such oily lids and everything and oily face, and it does not transfer. I don't know what the thing is about this, but it's amazing mascara and it's super inexpensive. So let me come up close and show you the eyes. Anytime I wear purple, it makes my eyes look very green. So that's kind of fun. I have blue eyes, but they do definitely transform depending on what colors I'm wearing. If I wear teal, they take on like a very teal appearance. If I wear oranges, and I'm saying like with clothes, like if I wear a teal shirt, my eyes are like teal. And like when I wear orange eyeshadows and stuff, they're very blue. I mean, they're super blue, but purples definitely pull them green. And it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. It's like wearing color changing contacts, only I don't have to. But yeah, so this is the look. I don't hate it. Oh, on my lips, I have this Colourpop and Disney Villains, My Pet lip gloss. So it's got like that iridescent, the purpliness and stuff. So it just seemed to me like a good option. Like I said, when I have my hair like this, I feel like it makes me look like an old lady. So you can let me know that. And it's not my favorite eye look ever. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, I'm glad that I put that So Shy in the inner third just to bring a little bit of brightness, because otherwise it was just very flat to me. I wish there was more of a definition and color between, I'm having a rough time talking, between these two shades of purple, because like I said, once you put them on the eyes, it wasn't that much of a difference. And I feel like it would have been better if there was, so that if you had that, if this shade was lighter, I feel like it would have been better, because it would give you a little more definition between the colors. That's what I'm trying to say, I guess. So the only shade I didn't use was this Hibernating with like the black base with the purple, darker purple shimmer, which actually would have matched my shirt better than the other shades of purple. It is what it is, kids. I actually hate that saying, it is what it is. For some reason, that has always bugged me. I don't know. I'm like, no, I don't like that. Anybody else? Like, I have like some of the weirdest things where I'm like, I know that it's kind of ridiculous to be annoyed by it, but I can't help it. Like, there's just certain things that annoy me, and that's one of them for whatever reason. But yeah, so you guys let me know what you think, and I will definitely be using these other pencils at some point. And now I'm like, maybe I should have done the green one just to bring like some brightness to the waterline. But then I'm like, like I'm not gonna put it on top of it now, especially once you have mascara on. I find anyway, you do not really want to use an eyeliner in your waterline once your mascara is already on, because for me it like clumps then in the lashes there, especially if it's a light color and you can see like clumpiness of it. So yeah, that's not my favorite thing to do. So it is going to be exactly what it is right now, and that's just gonna have to be good enough. And I'm probably too lazy to redo my hair, so that's probably gonna be that too. And so I'm gonna leave the house not feeling my most glamorous, but that's okay. You don't have to be glamorous every day. And I do like this palette. I do like the colors, but I do think I might incorporate something else with it the next time I use it, because it's like my Juvia's the Violets palette or the Berries or whatever. Like, I love those palettes, but I don't love most of the time a very monochromatic look. I like a little something, you know, different, like to offset. So I usually pull something for one of those. Like, I like to do the berries and chocolates together a lot. And so that's probably what I'll do next time, is just kind of pull something else to just add a little bit different to this. So yeah, you guys let me know what you think. Actually, green would be really pretty with it. And all right, I'm gonna go and make some blueberry muffins, keto blueberry muffins, before I head to my grandma's, so we have a little treat and with our coffee, and I'm just gonna enjoy the day. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, those 17 palettes are linked down below. If you see one down there that you're like, oh, I'd like to see a look with that, please let me know in the comments, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, a thumbs down if you didn't, hit the notification bell, and subscribe, because why not? It's free, and then you get to see what dorky thing I'm doing or saying every time I upload a video. All right, talk to you guys soon. Bye.